I guess we slowly get started because a lot of people are still signing in,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So okay, just we stick to the time. First of all, whoever first time joining our today's free training session, thank you so much for joining us. And really happy to have you on board. And my name is Nadir from Cognitive Links Group. We are a local training provider company, and we always strive to become your trusted learning partner. And with us, we have Makran. Makran has over 20 plus years of experience, starting from technical person, right? Technical person to becoming a product owner, working in Singapore mainly, working with multinational companies. He has both worked with well-known banks, Credit Suisse, Bank of Singapore, and so on. And he has also worked with consultancy companies as well. So having this two, working with both buyer and seller side of the industry, it has given this unique kind of a background on Macron, because he can connect with everyone. Yeah, whichever side of the industry you're coming from, he can connect with you on a professional level and also on the personal level as well, because he is a really passionate guy and he likes giving back. And this is actually one of the main reasons why we have started this free webinar sessions or training sessions for IT BA and product owner professionals, because this is the way, like, we see that aligns with our own values, where we like to give back to the community, and hopefully slowly we can build a community around IT BA and product owner professional, right? And having said that, for today's session, we have a really interesting session, right? We all know that AI is a hype now at the moment, and Macron, who's been in the industry for over 20 years, he's going to give his own input in terms of how IT BA and product owner professionals can leverage on AI. So without further ado, I would like to invite Macron. Hi, Macron. Can you hear us?
Yeah, thanks, Nadir, for a brief introduction. And good morning to everyone, and welcome to our sessions. This is the third session. So those who are already joined, welcome back. Those who are now new, welcome first time. The whole objective for having this session is to to create the awareness, available shortcuts, and give back to our BA and product owner community in Malaysia. So as Nordin mentioned, I got 20 plus years experience working for larger corporations in Singapore, and I'm really feel really happy that I'm here, to share my knowledge, and also learn from you guys, because with the discussion we can also come up with the new perspective and find the new way in this complex role, because I would say it's a complex role and they're equally important as well. But thanks to AI and couple of tools are available in the market now, which can give us some kind of I would not say the a complete learning, but a kind of inspirations while documenting the requirements, while preparing the decks, preparing the status report, and so on. So today we'll deep dive into that without any further delay. And of course, we had a lot of good Q&A sessions last week, and before that. I hope it will be the same, and I know the more people will join soon. So I think now they will keep adding them into the session. All right, so so let's get into the today's topic. We are going to actually cover the leveraging AI for IT business analysts. See, we are not going to learn how the AI is built. It's a separate topic, and it's a complex workshop where we need to do it separately. But if the tool is available, how to use the tool more efficiently to make our life easy, to make our life better, to give the better content to our stakeholders, and it will help as an assistant to us. So it's powerful tool. More than one tool we're going to discuss today. It's more on showing how things to be done today. Rather than I'm talking a lot, I will show how you can use it better. So three topics we'll cover at the end of the workshop today. Basically, we'll learn how to identify the use cases where generative AI can add value. So when we talk about AI, we are specifically focusing on generative AI. We'll also deep dive quickly, touch base on that part, and then we'll move forward. Then we also discuss some practical applications. So less talk, more showcase how to use the tool, and that is what we needed, because everyone talking about AI, but people is not telling that okay, AI is there, but my role is a business analyst or a product owner. How do I use that tool? And that is what actually creating a differentiating factor for cognitive and uptake, that we are going to focus on the role which is going to help you directly at your job after finishing the session. That is the whole objective. And also we'll see some of the test cases, sorry, the use cases test case preparation as part of this. Explore the tools and resources available. So various tools are there. There are many tools are in the market, but after our extensive analysis, we have found few which you can use on the which you can use on the daily basis. Now, given the AI sensitivity, some organization may not allow you to use in the office. So in that case, you can use it at home, take inspiration and apply in office. I highly recommend to do this approach if your company do not allow the AI tools, or maybe the data is sensitive. We don't want to give the data to AI. Those things can happen, but don't worry. You can still use it at home and and apply at work. Okay. So those who don't know me quickly can scan my QR code to connect me on the LinkedIn. Okay, and this is what Makarand I am. Basically, as Nadir mentioned, I worked for a lot of multinational corporations in Singapore. Of course, while Singapore, I used to travel a lot, also in Switzerland, Australia, Dubai, and also to the France because of the company work and all, and that's why I got this global perspective, and I'm glad that we are here today to discuss the possibilities of the BAs and the pure future. So those who are a bit worry about AI and all, I tell you the BA and pure role are going to be more and more and more important after the AI, because that AI is going to have more impact on the tech part. That is what my personal view. Happy to hear from you as well later. Okay, so you can scan those who are not connected with on LinkedIn. Okay, so we quickly jump into generative AI now. Okay, everybody talk about generative AI. Everybody is using it also, maybe ChatGPT and everything. But what exactly it does, right? So generative AI basically, it's also being called as generative intelligence. Okay, and the whole objective, it will the create an entirely new data, right? And data can be text, images, music, every day the 3D models, a lot of things are people creating with generative AI. So this AI basically create the new data based on whatever the data being trained to this AI models. That training topic is very, very complex. We're not going to discuss, but I can tell you, if you want AI to draw one single picture, a single image, right? You need to at least give 10,000 plus images to train, and then the AI can understand and may be able to create a new image for you. So 10,000 very low number, I'm telling you, sometimes go in millions also. So the training is the most difficult part and the more challenging part. How they do it, we're not going to discuss detail, but how we're going to use the tool, and that's the today's objective. So generative, everybody heard, right? Generative AI, basically, just remember it's artificial intelligence. It is also being known as generative models, and it's entirely created new data. New data could be image, text, music, your 3D models, could be anything, including your code also. Sorry. Yeah, pardon about that. So let's get into the applications, right? So what are the applications of generative AI for our business analysts? So we found some of the key applications where BA is playing a very good part. Um, um, and we'll try to cover all the applications if time permits. because it is going to be a hands-on training where we'll show you how the things happens and how things happen. So as a business analyst, right, or a product owner, you can say both of them, right? You got a project, and you being given a project to do perform the business analyst on the project, and um, sometime it is possible that you're not aware of much about the domain of the company you join as a fresher, or maybe you're in the same company, you're given the you're assigned to a new team, so you do not understand the business context. So how the AI can help us to understand the business context? It may not be 100% accurate, but it will be near. At least you'll know how this industry or this domain works, right? So that is something we can achieve through AI. We'll see that in a minute. Okay. Then the second part is the presenting business analysis work. Okay. So we'll also discuss that, creating a presentations and all, how AI can help you to give some the great ideas and some inspirations. Sometimes you can even download the PPTs from the AI tool and modify the way you want it. Then the drafting business requirement. I think this is a key part which we spend most of the time, and how AI can help to create the feature epic user stories and acceptance criteria for various requirements. Okay, so we may not able to copy as it is, but at least it will give us a random thoughts, and we can use that while we are drafting the business requirements. While you are drafting the business requirements, there are two important aspects which you need to cover. One is the business process models, the workflows and everything when you design it, and then you sometimes change the business process. So you define the new business process, right? And then you use Visio and all. Absolutely fine. Sometimes you can use PowerPoint also, or Excel also, or whiteboarding sometime, no problem. But AI can also help you to build that some business processes when we give the right prompts. Okay. Similarly, UI UX is very interesting part. Of course, there will be a team who will prepare UI UX, but as a BA, we need to give some input first and get it approved from the stakeholder, or work together with UI UX team, and then you build it and then go to the business. And the most important part, some of the BA being pushed nowadays, that okay, you can prepare the test result, test status report result, and all. Testing part is there, which we are not covering today, but I will also show you later how you just create the test cases. It's as simple as creating the drafting the business requirements. Okay, so these are the 6 pillars which we are going to cover it today, and some of the tools which we are thinking we can use that, we'll also show you. So before we just go into creating the real time, some examples of creating the feature user stories and epics and acceptance criteria, we have taken one sample project. Okay, so we have taken very generic project. So because we know that our audience come from banking, from non-banking, from from the insurance company or manufacturing and all, e-commerce. So we taken very simple sample project, which is the build an electronic document management system for a large corporation to achieve to archive the internal as well as the client documents. Okay, classify them, search them based on the type of document and keywords and other metadata of the document. So those who already using the document management system in their company, they might be aware. Those who are not aware, I can tell you quickly. A document manager, when you go to the large corporation, you cannot just use the Google Drive and OneDrive. OneDrive you can use it, but still there will be a separate system will be there where you need to archive some documents of a client or your internal employees. And you will not able to use the OneDrive and everything directly. So this is called as electronic document management system. And then we are telling that okay, this is a sample project. We want to create a features epic user stories on this project. Now which AI we're going to use? So now this is a sample project and this is our application. So we're going to apply this into all these applications one by one and see how the results comes. So basically understanding the business context. First, I told you, right, why it is important. Business context is important because once you understand the business context, you when you understand, you also need to pass that context to the AI. Okay, And when you pass this context to AI, then the AI will able to give you the related information back to you. And that is why context is important. So in go to any AI application in the world, you need to give the context, either a business context or the in context you are asking a question. Now we are talking about the business analyst. That's why we are talking about the business context, where you need to give the background. Now we have identified the top three tools. There are many other, but these three we also used and we tested. The Chat GPT, everybody knows, called chat.openai from OpenAI. But I read the Gemini is better, and Perplexity is also better. Gemini is really, really getting good now. So these are the text generation tools. So in order to understand the business context, you can just pass on the information to this particular AI tool. Now, how to pass, what to pass? Okay. So I'll give simple one prompt to you guys. Okay, we'll directly log into the one of the application. I'll use the Google. I love Google. Okay, so so the prompt is, give me the detail how a property insurance business. So we say large corporation. We're taking example of a property insurance business operates, and explain how an electronic document system can be implemented in this industry. So this is a generic a statement I'm giving to AI. Maybe we can use the Gemini, okay, yeah, we can use the Gemini. Let me open the Gemini from my browser, okay, and Gemini. So Gemini, you have to log in with your Google. It's a free, okay. The basic version is free. Advanced version, if you want to do more advanced stuff, it is required. But trust me, till now I don't see there's a need for that unless you're doing some separate project and all. Okay. So basically, you just paste it here, and then it will do the required information. It will gather the required information. Then it will tell you about the how the insurance business works, okay. And then how um, challenge with the paperwork, okay. How EDM is nothing but the electronic document management. He already created one synonym for us, okay. And then basically implementing EDM system, so you get everything here. See, the same you if you pass on to ChatGPT, it will have the only the context, but it is properly segregated with the details. So that is why we feel the Gemini is getting better. I'm not promoting Gemini, but I feel it has a lot of value. Okay, so what we did basically, we basically passed the context. Okay, we pass the context, and we pass what we need to any one of the tool, and it will give you the desired result when you need to read it and get it ready. Okay, okay. Then what is the next step we do? Next step is basically you do the presenting the business analyst work. Okay, now before that we can draft the requirement also, right? But this requirements drafting is also a simple process, which will also have prompts here which will show you. So first one, once you understand the context, then you know, okay, how it is going to work. Then basically you understand the context. Now you need to sometimes they will ask you, okay, we got a 4 companies now come up with the quote to use their product. Can we do the analysis and maybe gap analysis, everything? So they will ask you to prepare some presentations, and this will happen as a discovery phase, huh? So after that, then they finalize the tool, then the requirement actually starts. Okay, so why it is needed? Presenting your business analyst is not just a formality, everybody knows, right? And you need to as a BA, we always try to ensure that your management, your technology management, your business management, and everybody understand, and they'll come on the same page, right? They understand the project goal, and of course they you can capture their feedback, and when you capture that feedback, a lot of trust is being built. Oh yeah, he's capturing my, or he capturing my requirements, so they'll be very happy. Of course later we can say, based on the budget and all, whether we where we prioritize them, but it is quite engaging discussion. And then this um, early communication, basically we can also demonstrate a value, uh, um, uh, and then we can bring some actionable insights. So that is why this presentation required, and sometimes this presentation are tricky. As a BA, we will directly deal with a lot of data and content. So generally, when if you're not so much used to building the presentation, what happen is that you try to create a lot of content in the deck and present to the business. So sometime you need to add more pictures, getting more ideas. So how to do that? We have one tool called a Gamma. Gamma is one of the tool which help you to build the presentation directly and can be downloaded. It's a free tool up to certain limit. After that's paid, but it's a good tool to get the some inspiration and some ideas. Okay, so let me log into Gamma. It's the what is the tool name? Is Gamma. Okay, so I log into Gamma tool. Okay, so basically we have the prompt here. This prompt I created. You'll not be able to come perfectly in the first time the prompt, right? In the second page we have prompt here. We'll not able to get a correct prompt, but you have to keep trying, and then the correct prompt will come. Means the AI will give correct result, then you can copy that prompt. This is what I did for you for this session. A business presentation that recommends an approach for electronic document management system while weighing in a pros and cons alternative. So basically they'll say, okay, give us pros and cons while you're implementing this particular product. You can give any other information to the presentation deck and it will generate the presentation accordingly. See, I'm not teaching you the AI tool. I'm teaching you how to use from our context. Our means you and me, business analyst and product owner context point of view only. We can do write a poem, write a song, write a sing this and sing that. Is that being useful at work? No. What is useful? These are the some use cases. Then you know how to use the various tools. Okay. So you click generate outline. So generate outline basically based on the details we given. You can add a card or add a slide and it will basically create ad. You can also add some more brief description here. You can also add web image search. You can provide images or ask him to build own AI image. You can also put image style also. You can describe color, mood, and how to mood to use everything. Okay, and there's something called an image model. Basically, these are the paid one, pro. So we are going to use the by default, which is Playground 2.5. Okay, Playground is another tool basically. So they are getting that images from Playground. It's another AI tool which we'll show you later. Okay, then you say 8 cards means 8 slides. We continue. Okay, and you see the magic happen. Now what happens is that on this side, based on your own choice, you can choose the theme, right? I like little bit little bit bright theme. So maybe I'll go for this. Maybe that's too pinky. I think okay, the blue one. Okay, let's we go for this, and then this is a sample preview. Okay, it will come sample preview. Okay, and you click on generate. Okay. Um, there are many ways you can try. Just interest of time, I'm just clicking whatever we can quickly generate first and show you how it works. So let's start preparing the deck. Finish. Okay. So once you finish, you can directly present here, or you can also download here. You can go and say export to PowerPoint. Why I'm showing this export to PowerPoint? Because it doesn't have our logos, our company logos. So we need to add those logos and all those details, right? So that is why first you download. It gets download, and then I open it. Okay, when you open it, it will open in the present the PPT, and then you can modify the way you want it, right? And that is what I will show you how beautiful it is being built. You click enable editing. So it generate my ID. I use this ID to generate it. Okay, I can delete this. I can also remove this made with the gamma. You can put your own company logos and everything. You just see how beautifully it is being built. A transforming document management system. We given him the context and it built a deck for us. A challenge is the paper-based management. So why we are building this tool? So we see some challenges. Okay, and and then what are the options? On-prem, cloud-based, or hybrid approach. So you can also, some maybe, want to have no everything, keep it inside the bank or inside company. Some say we don't care, put in the cloud. Somebody say, okay, maybe we need to have some control, maybe some sensitive document to keep it inside. Some we can still push in the cloud. Then basically a recommended solution, cloud-based and all, based on the discussion, you can change it the way you want it later, right? But it will give some ideas. What are the pros and cons, potential drawbacks, cloud-based solution if you go, what are the issues can happen? Then do the comparison with the cost, and you can also add a column of the cost, which is the most highest concern for everybody. But sometimes you need to also align with the architecture guidelines given by the company. Though you like it cloud, but they say, no, no, we don't have the strategy to push content to cloud yet. So then the conclusion. So these are the kind of deck as a BA you can prepare. Okay, we get back to our slide. Okay, so these are the kind of easy tools are available to just to build any presentation. You can play around. This is the most amazing tool I ever seen. But you need to give right prompts. If you say just build, you have to give it to, you have to talk like a somebody talking to person. The more information, it's getting better and better and better and better. Okay. Then the next one is the drafting business requirement. So we say, okay, first we did the business context, we did the presentation, then we say we'll draft the business requirement. I think this is the more detailed and prompts we have prepared. So before we drafting the business requirements, we know we have features, epics, user stories, and acceptance criteria. We have given this example from the agile and scrum point of view. Okay, because most of the companies are using it. So for that point of view, I have prepared this. So business requirement structure is like this. You have features first, then you pick, then user story, and then of course the acceptance criteria for that user story. Okay. This is a sample framework I given to you. So those who are not aware, one feature can have multiple epic, one epic can have multiple user story. And each user story will have one acceptance criteria or more than one acceptance criteria. But generally it will have one, but can have more than one also, no problem. Okay, so this is a sample framework I just showcased you. Now, first thing we need to get a features. Features. Then those features you pass and ask AI to make epic. Pass epic, ask AI to make user stories, and it will create an acceptance criteria for that. Similarly, we'll also do. So we say that we want to create a features. Okay. So how do we create? So we have one prompt here. Identify top 3 feature of an electronic document management system for a large corporation to archive internal as well client document. Classify them into search based on the type of the document, keyword, and other metadata of the document. So basically, when you prepare the any document management system or any system, you need to have search. You can search by date and all those of things. So you can also pass this information to AI and say, um, we want to build. So can you prepare a features for us? Okay. I want to use the Gemini. Why I'm telling you use Gemini? Because the first context what you give to your AI tool, your AI tool is is going to follow that particular context. Now we given the context here, so this AI will keep that context for some time. Now this AI knows this context. I ask him about the property insurance details. Now I will ask him to give me the electronic document management systems. Okay, so I pass this information. Identify top 3 features. You can put top 10, top 10, top 5, no problem. You can change the number the way you want it. Okay, and you pass the information, it will create the features for you. Okay, it is that simple. Okay, the only caveat is whether your company do allow or not. If not allow, you can use it at home and apply at work. If they allow, period. Life is easy. So 3 features. First is the intelligent document capture and classification. So when we basically this feature automate the process capturing documents from the various source, scanner, email, file upload. If you have requirement, if you don't have, you take out. Okay. Then we have advanced search capabilities, and then have the robust security access controls. Okay. So it actually create the features like this. So in order to implement one feature, you need to also create the epics for that feature. Okay. And that is what come to our second part. That is creating an epic. Now, this is a bit tricky. If you just say, can you create an epic, AI might not know, right? So you have to give them the information. An epic is a large body of work that can be broken down into a number of smaller stories. For example, epic for a search functionality for music app, you can give the context, right? And your task to be perform the following action: analyze each feature listed above electron document system, list each epic, describe the each epic in few sentences. So basically, you are telling the AI, we have created the um, features. For that feature, we need to create epic, but you have to tell them a little bit of the story first, right? You can maybe give a different prompt also. So prompting is a skill. The more you try, the more you get better at. Okay. So when you create a epic, so I all this created because I don't want to do R&D in front of you. It will take longer time, and it's not enough in 1 hour time, to be honest with you. Okay. So maybe when you do the workshops, we'll do that detail one by one prompt, and we can try it everybody, no problem. Okay. So again, I go back to the Gemini because I use it and I paste it here. Okay. And then we'll see how it comes. Okay. So these epics, epic 1, epic 2, epic 3. See, they are giving the epics to you. User story within the epic. They are also given the user story to you within that epic. You can pick up one user story also and ask them more details about that user story to the AI. This is the the real beauty of using AI at your work for a particular role, not a generic. Okay, we are not asking to write a letter and all, which I mentioned earlier. Then the user story. Now, similarly, you can, uh, sorry, you can use the some context to that AI. Tell the user story a small self-contained development work designed to accomplish specific goal within a product. It provides informal, natural language description of a feature of a software product to end user perspective. A user story will have format. So you have format, and I think in the last session somebody do we need to follow the format. Actually, you're open to do whatever you want it as a writing a requirement as long as understand your stakeholders and your IT. But some companies are particular about, okay, can you follow this particular format? So everybody follow the format. So we also given an example to AI. For example, as a trainer, I want to put a profile list in upcoming classes to include link to a detailed page about the classes so the prospective attendance can find my courses. So I'm given example to AI. So he or she he understand. Okay, your task is to perform the following action. Okay, analyze each epic and identify above electronic document system and break down to for the various user stories. List epics into the format feature, epic heading, and list detailed user stories, give the format, and arrange this into table format, epic story, and user story details. So we are asking to build a complete table now for feature, epic, user story, and acceptance criteria. Okay. So this is a prompt we created to give the background. Okay. Sorry. Again, go to Gemini. See the beauty. It create the table also for you. And then you can modify, you can change it because you're not able to use as it is 100% unless you keep giving prompts. Okay. So if you keep giving the prompts day to day, then you can completely copy paste. But you need to still change because it's ultimate in AI. Sometimes it gives a lot of generic information which is not useful or applicable to our project. Then you can just use it and then you can directly export to spreadsheet. So it open to Google spreadsheet directly and you can directly copy paste from that Excel. It is that easy. It is that easy. Okay, you can open sheets and you can see it will open the Google Sheets. See, the content is open here. You feature, you pick with the story and detail. Okay, so it is that easy to basically copy the content, create the content first, and in order to create the content, giving the context is important. Okay, so once user story is also done, then we have acceptance criteria for each user story. So you can again you tell to AI what is the acceptance criteria, why I need to create acceptance criteria. You have to tell only once, and once your prompts are ready, keep it that prompt. Next time use the same prompt, and this is what going to be a future of AI when you are going to use the AI as a tool for your work. Okay, so I'll try to give this acceptance criteria. Let's see what it will appear. Now in acceptance, it is mentioned about what is the acceptance criteria. Okay, they are following structure: given, when, then. So this is called a jerkin model also. So some companies do follow this, some companies do not follow, but this is going to be future because they want to automate this acceptance criteria test cases also in future. So they will ask you to push you to follow the format. Okay. For given example, the user logged out and to navigation to the login page, forgot password option, and also we given some example how it should analyze and write the acceptance criteria for following format and list detail acceptance criteria. So let's see what is generated. Acceptance criteria for electronic document system EDMS user stories. A document and intake organization is a feature. EPIC is the intelligent document intake organization, and scan the upload document. So first user scan. So basically acceptance criteria for the user story is given the user. We have a user story detail on the about table here. So you can refer there, and the acceptance criteria will refer here. Or in the same prompt here, you can also ask, can you also add acceptance criteria? Here also possible, you can also add that. Okay, you can use the AI the way you want it. There's no right or wrong, or but there are if you follow the particular format and sequence, yeah, the chances are getting results are better because the AI also keep learning when when you're pushing the information to the tool. Okay, so similarly, it created the acceptance criteria for various user stories. Each user story, what is the acceptance criteria? And also asking pass and fail and pass and fail. So it will create that. Okay, it is that easy. It is that easy. The the content you can change it the way you want it, right? But you have to give the context first here also. Okay, then the next is the business process model draw. Okay, I think because of the time I'm uh, rushing a little bit faster, but I would like to take a pause for a minute and ask if you have any questions on the requirement, structure, or any query about how to create user stories and epics and features. I'm happy to take now, or you can also discuss later. Okay. Okay, let's move to the process model. This is very interesting. So why process models are important? Because uh, um, when you draw the process, actually you are creating visuals, and pictures speak more than words, right? And uh, the agreement from everybody will also will be much easier when you, because you're defining the business process. Maybe you're changing the business process, and also you want to sometimes define as is and to be process. So it will be easier on the pictorial format. And for that, I think process modeling tool in um, Microsoft Visio or any other tool will be highly recommended. But goodbye to the old tools. There is a Lucid chart. Is a tool is there, AI tool, which can draw business process diagrams for you. Of course, you need to adjust the way we need to adjust the user stories. You can adjust, but it will save a lot of your time. You can play around on a lot of other things. You can generate a lot of ideas and inspirations out of that tool. Okay. So the tool is Lucid Chat. Okay. So what we did is draw a process model. This is the prompt we given. Okay. Draw a flow chart diagram for below document approval process. So in document management system, somebody needs to upload the document, somebody needs to approve it, and somebody need to reject it also if required. So we have written. So suppose we got a requirement from business user, they say no, okay, front office will upload the document, our operations team maker and checker will approve. And if the sensitive document about the customer's nationality change or something else, for example, we need an extra approval from maybe legal team, for example. So you can basically write this prompt. Okay, so for the easiness, I created the prompt just before the um, for our session. Okay, but it took me also like 20 minutes to come up the correct prompt. It's not that I just thought, but next time when I prepare, it will be much easier because I know last time how it works and how it didn't work. So what is the tool? Lucid Chat. Let me hide this control. So Lucid Chat, where is the Lucid Chat? Lucid Chat. Okay. So basically, let me log in. I thought I logged in quickly. It's you can log in with a single sign with the Google, no problem. Okay, and it's absolutely free for the couple of first couple of sessions, and after that you can actually use it for the paid version. But I don't think so that's a need now, to be honest, unless you are doing really playing a process, creating your job is only preparing the process diagram, then you should invest in such a things. I have already created, I'll show you directly. This is what I created yesterday. Okay, so basically you can you can just I think so where is the template here, new, yeah, you can create new Lucy chart blank document and you can create from the input. Meanwhile, let me show what I did yesterday. See here. And then you can modify that prompt also in order to change the diagrams. This is what I created yesterday. When you open the diagram, there will something called generate with AI, generative AI, where you just need to type all the templates and all. Okay, no need. It's a flow chart maybe. See, draw flow chart for a below document approval process. You just copy and click generate. It will absolutely create a beautiful diagram, which you can see here. This is diagram. See here. I zoom in a little bit to show you. Generate document, line manager approval. You can also mention this approval should come later, not at the beginning. Now start is there. So it is actually it didn't came as expected. So you need to change it a little bit. You keep the start here at the beginning and then change it accordingly. You can change the start is here. You can modify also. Then the edit button, you can edit actually this. See, you can edit, you can push the where you want it. You can keep it to this side, you can keep it on this side. It is doing from generate document. What I did yesterday is okay, start generate document, first line manager approval approved. The second level operation team approval approved. Is it the sensitive document? Yes, then compliance approval. You can keep it like this. If it's not sensitive document, what happens? It is um, yeah, it will either rejected or maybe you can say okay, we need to have a separate process. And then you can add one more, and create another process here, for example. So it will give the first initial, the chat, and then you can modify the way, or maybe you become better at prompt. Either one of them you can do it. Okay. So this is one of the really good tool. We found it and can be used at the to create the flowcharts. But the
Makran,
good part, yeah.
sorry, Makran, there's a question from Huzaifa.
Yeah.
Can you import Visio file to Lucidchart or export Lucidchart to Visio?
Yes. With the free version, there is a limitation, but with the paid version, it's possible. Absolutely possible. Okay. You can import and you can export also with the limitation, but with the paid version, everything is possible. Same with the earlier one, where as a presentation, you can also upload the presentation, make a changes, and bring back the presentation to your own use. Okay. All right. All right. We'll move to the next one. Is the prototype. This is very interesting area. You look how far we came. We came from context to presentation to business requirement drafting to the business process modeling. Now UI UX. There's a separate team will be there, but some companies they say, okay, BA has to be part of the UI UX preparation. Why it is needed? So basically, the more you show the UI UX, the better business get an idea, and they are also able to maybe eliminate some non required requirements, non necessary requirement, or maybe good to have, and easy for also for the development team. They know what we are building it, right? So there is a special website is there in order to use it. It's called as app.uizart.io. Okay, I think I'll change this one later. app.uizart. So UI markups, you also need to provide the information. Okay, so let me see whether I have the prompt already with me for UI UX. Okay. Prasad, do you have the UI UX epic with you, the prompt with you? I'll show you the AI tool first. I think we have prompt here. Okay, so basically, if you read this, UI markup product as a BA secret weapon, bridge gap due to the business analyst. They usually translate allowing user to feedback interface. This saves the times and before development showing the begin the final product to user feedback. So we also need to give the proper prompt is there. Let me see whether we have this already. So here you can actually provide your project details like your document management control system, and it will build the UI for you. Okay, so we can take and try an example here. Okay, a social media game. Okay, so we say document management system for large company with capability of uploading, deleting documents with approvals in place. What document types you want to have? Maybe PDF, images. That's it. Okay, and you can put the design cover and like Facebook, but purple maybe. Okay, and you can basically we say I want to UI UX for a desktop. You can also say for tablet and mobile. It will come up with a different UI UX. Okay, this might take some time. Let's see. Meanwhile, let me see whether yesterday we have created the one of the already created the UI prompt. It's a flowchart one, not the app wizard. Yeah, let me see where it is. This will take some time. Meanwhile, any questions you can ask. And after that, we'll see one quickly how to build a report with AI. I think that is also very interesting.
Hi, Makran. Hi, this is Rohan.
Yeah, Rohan.
Just one question from me. How much the Microsoft Copilot useful in these all scenarios? Because we are full licensed user of Copilot
Yeah.
in Office 365
Yeah.
and Windows environment as well. So, but
Mm.
I had my own struggles
You-
with Copilot. I couldn't build even a standard PPT there. That's for just
yeah.
example.
You can use the other tool, the one which I told you today, right?
Mhm.
It's a really good tool. Okay. So the UI UX is being built here. Okay. So and we'll see whether we can preview the design. Okay. UI UX, it's a clickable format. The step-by-step process will be there, right? With the good visuals and everything. Okay. It was showing me earlier. Okay. We say document management system, explore. See, this is the document statuses. Now these are the this side all the features are coming. How when you logged in, how it will look like. You have PDF documents, then you have the various list of all the documents, who's approved, which document it is. So this will give some ideas to you, right? How the UI. See, these all clickable. You see here, you can click on approve button also. You can say document is approved. You say reject. I don't want to approve, or I want to approve. You can search. You can modify. Notifications are there. So this is for the internal user when you logged in. And basically you can make it better and better with the only with the right prompts, right? To answer your question, Rohan, you can use the earlier tool for the PPT. You try that. That's really good. Okay.
Okay,
But
thanks. Yeah.
trust me, with AI, you can do 80%, but still 20% you have to learn it. And that learning will come only with the doing it. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not 100%, I can tell you. But yes, somebody is really, really not good at PPT. AI is like I would say like a blessing for him or her to create everything. So this is also very powerful tool. You can play around a lot. It's a free, but there are restrictions. You see, they're asking to upgrade and pay and this and all. But to get an initial idea, and maybe when you heard the brainstorming as a BA, this is what we need to do. We need to spend time to do analysis and check, um, do some R&D here and there, and then maybe come up with some ideas with our stakeholders. Could be technical or non-technical both. Okay, I don't have the right prompt, otherwise I could have shown you. I spent like 2 hours to create that prompt. I don't find it now, unfortunately. But then you can see real document management system. But that is for me. Maybe you say I don't want like this, Makaran. Now my company different document. You can build differently, no problem. So you can search here. It will also show you all this. Basically, it's when it's hiding, bro. Is upgrade applies asking to pay. Okay, so let's go back to our document again. And the next one is the status report. I think this is everybody hate it, but we need to do it. Okay, and uh, this will help to give a very clear idea to a stakeholder where we are now. It could be your project manager, could be your direct manager, could be a senior management, could be anyone, right? If you're maybe sitting on vendor side to the client, or if you're sitting on the client side, you're asking from vendor, or your vendor, you got the input from data and you need to present to management, possible. All right. So there is one tool which I'm using it, Canva. There are other tools also, great tools are, but Canva is one of the free tool. Limitations also there again, sorry to say that, but it will create a very good report and the slides in Canva. Okay, so let me go to Canva and show you how beautiful the tool is. So it's pretty easy in Canva. So you go and create new design, right? And let me go to home page first. Okay, so you go to Canva, okay, and they will ask you what you want to create. You say, okay, I want to create presentation because I want to give the sorry, status report. Canva is equipped with a lot of AI now. Earlier it was not. Now it is a lot of equipped with the AI. So it's one of the AI tool also, you can say. It is really, really magical tool. I'm using it long time. You see here, you can give a prompt and it will actually create a presentation for you. Testing status report update presentation. So you can click here and basically it will create a lot of types of weekly report, goal review status report, a lot of status reported sample. So you pick up one of them, but you need to basically format it. Now, if you need a content to be formatted, you can get those content from your ChatGPT or Perplexity or your Gemini and everything, and then basically update. But it will give the slide. It will give the full slide ready. I'll show you. Okay. You want to change the photo, you can change the photos. Okay, but it will give the one format to you. Okay, what is the review goals? Why you want to review? What is done? What is not done? So you can go. You can put also the number of user stories done or epic done or features done, or you can give that information at the more level or lower level also, maybe at the defect level also. Generally, we don't do that. The test manager do that. BA will do only at the feature level, which feature is working, which is not working. Timeline and all you can change. If you don't want, you can delete it. The goal one is nothing but your feature one. Okay, what was the feature check? What is the blocker? What are the action item we needed? And everything you can add it here. So this is one of the powerful tool, and you can use it the way you can delete the content which you don't want it, but it will give some idea, and then you start designing the the PPT accordingly. Okay, so this is one of the tool I use very often. Um, yeah. So basically, your status report now, it might not be the testing status report. It could be your requirement status report. Okay, how many requirement you have done? How many requirement documented? How requirement is signed off by the stakeholders? All you can just use the deck from here, or you can use earlier tool also. Okay, not necessary that you use Canva. You can use other tool also, which I show you earlier. But Canva has more sophisticated tool for the reporting and all, so you can use Canva. If it is free also, for more sophisticated, you have to buy it. But as a BA, similarly, the status report, you can also build it in Microsoft PowerPoint, but it is not that powerful compared to that. Now, the earlier question which uh, uh, Rohan asked, can we use the Bing? Bing is one of the browser, one of the application from the Microsoft, and it has the ChatGPT 4 capabilities. So you can generate the image. You can generate image of working professional with people around. It's sunny day. You can mention it's a sunny day or a dark day. Okay, or you can mention the way you want it. It will generate the image for you. So BA required a lot of images, right? Either you can search from web or you can generate your own image now, right? And it will generate beautiful image for you. So this is something, the tools you can use for your own benefit as a BA. Very specifically from BA point of view, these are the tools you can use it. We'll see what image generate. And maybe we can move to the Q&A. It's already overrun a little bit, but still okay. You can ask the questions. Anybody has any other questions? See, this is working professional photos. You can give more. You can make the prompt even better. Maybe you can say, maybe generate the image working professional in office. In office. You can also mention the professional ethnicity. You can say we want Asian professional to look like, because if you work in Asia, or you can say Eurasian or anything, no problem. The way you want it, it will generate the image accordingly. Okay. So we'll move to the Q&A. Any questions from anyone from the group? I hope it.
Okay. Yeah.
Any questions on the yeah.
Yeah. Q&A session is open now as we're wrapping up today's free training session. So if you have any questions, please feel free to just unmute yourself and ask a question, or you can just type your question in the chat box.
Yeah. I think hi again, Rohan here.
Yeah.
I have one more question once again related to the Microsoft, because we quite a bit we use the forms as well to generate some surveys time to time
Okay.
as a BA and as a product owner as well. So and when we get the survey results, there are a lot of visual and text and free text in the survey. And
Okay.
forms is like good visual presentation itself, but I think
Okay.
now we time to analyze that in the we download the Excel in the form in the in Excel form. And after that, there's a lot of manual work we need to do to transfer that Excel view into either PPT or more visual content.
Yeah.
Number analysis, free text analysis, and also, is there any way we can simplify that, fast track that analysis using the AI tools or any AI tools? Because
Yeah. So
Copilot is not that effective, we have seen, but yeah, maybe your inputs. Yeah.
Copilot is, are you have the full-fledged license?
Yeah, we have full scale license, but yeah, maybe we are
are
missing.
you allowed to upload the Excel there?
I'm not sure. I need to check that, but we have
So,
built in Office 365 Copilot as well.
yeah, so you check
Not
with
just a
the
Bing one.
security team if you are allowed to upload the Excel. Then Copilot will create a beautiful table and structure and formatting for you. Okay, in the Copilot. Okay, you take that first, and then you pass it to the tool which I mentioned. For the to create the presentation earlier, which I showcased, right? So first you create the content, and that content creation can upload when you upload the file. Okay, so then you can use this tool Gamma. Okay, and you pass the information to Gamma. Gamma will create a deck for you. Okay, so you have to use two tools this time, not one. Okay.
All right.
One is we call it normalization of data, because this denormalized data, we normalize the data and then you pass to the new tool. Okay.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Any yeah. Okay. Cool. Any other question on the chat or somewhere, Nodir?
Okay. I'm waiting for question. And while I'm waiting for a question, actually, I thought of asking them a question, actually. Okay. I'm just curious, how many of the attendees here, they know about HRD Corp? You can just answer in the chat box. You can say, we know or we don't know. I'm just curious. Heard of it before? Yes, I know. Okay, good. Yeah, good. The reason why I'm asking this question is that it was like a kind of a surprise to me, because when we did our first IT BA course in January, right, Macron? There were so many IT BA guys, emailing us or asking us, saying, what do you mean by HRD? We can use a HRD Corp levy. And for those attendees who are not really sure about this, is that we do offer like a fully claimable HRDC courses with Macron, right? So for ITBA and product owners, and in fact, this coming end of June, we are off. Our next training course is coming up end of June, which is professional certification in ITBA and professional certification for product owners, right? So this is a fully claimable course. If your company is contributing to HRD Corp, you can fully utilize that levy to attend our upcoming course. So there's no need to pay upfront and so on. But if you have questions in terms of how you can claim to attend our training course, then you can get in touch with Cognitive Links team. Then we'll be more than happy to assist your HR team on how the whole process works. Yeah. Thank you. And we have a question from Rohan. Will we get the presentation deck downloadable anywhere? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, can we get this? I mean, the question is, can we get this presentation slides anywhere downloadable? This content which we have shared.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. Well, okay. To be honest, we in a way like offering this as the free training session as a teaser for our upcoming training program. So for those who are interested in attending our upcoming training programs, we will be sharing all the slides and extra tips and tricks during the training session, and we'll share it after the training session as well.
Okay. But the video is recorded, so this link to the recording will be available, right?
Yes, link to the recording. Yes, you can access anytime since you have already registered as an attendee.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.